Hi, fellow realtors. My name is David Mashonsky, and I'm here to tell you about Quigler, the revolutionary new app that's going to help you to make your business easier by positioning you solidly on the side of the consumer and thereby generate more buyer and seller leads for you. But first, let me just take a moment to tell you something about myself. I've been a realtor now for more than 25 years. I was the founding president of the New York Manhattan Association of Realtors and the founding president of the Manhattan Multiple Listing Service. I've served as the chairman of virtually every NAR International Committee, and I had the privilege of serving under Walt McDonald on his extended leadership team. As such, I'm a realtor through and through, and therefore, I know how tough this business is. I know what it means to have to wake up every single morning and prospect for new business. I know what it means to have to sit late into the evening in a living room in order to secure a seller listing. I know what it means to work with a buyer and have to deal with the hundreds of I's that have to be dotted and T's that have to be crossed in order to consummate a transaction. In short, I know how tough this business is. So stick with me for a few minutes as I introduce you to Quigler, the revolutionary app that changes everything about our business for the better.
Now, most of us are in real estate because, frankly, we love serving our customers. I know I do. After all, there's no better feeling than helping someone to buy or sell a home and walk away from the transaction feeling that great sense of satisfaction. Yet, despite our good feelings, surveys tell us that consumers trust realtors about as much as they trust Congress. What that means is that while your customers may love you individually, as a whole, our industry is beset by a lack of trust. But you and I know that a good realtor is, well, it's like a swan gliding across a lake. All the hard work we do is often hidden under the surface. As a result, our customers just don't realize the labor-intensive complexity of everything we do. What we all need is a way to show our daily hard work. We need help demonstrating the furious paddling that we do under the calm lake. We need to demonstrate our value because clients don't fully understand all the value we provide. For example, they don't realize all the time we save them by not showing homes that weren't right for them. They come away from a transaction with only a fuzzy picture of what we did, and with all of the other ripples in the lake that they see, they cannot see the furious paddling that we are doing below. So what's involved in excellent service? As I'm sure you know, a ton. Even everyday transactions have so many moving parts at every step in the process, from collecting comps to negotiating deals. And large transactions are even more complex. Governing all of this is a maze of laws and regulation, local, state, and federal, that are constantly changing. On top of that, NAR and even local boards have best practices and procedures that are often challenging to keep abreast of. If only there was a way to easily navigate our clients and ourselves right to the closing table. In this environment, it's not uncommon for conscientious agents to drop a ball every now and then. That risk just goes with the industry, after all. And we all know that even when we get it right, there's always a higher level of service that we can provide. Given the level of transactional complexity we all face, new agents especially need help. After all, most big-name brokerages offer a brand name, a desk rental, and some technology. But education and training, well, that always seems to get the budgetary axe. As a newbie, where do you go for answers? Now, once upon a time, you could ask a manager at your brokerage, but those days are over. These days, it's a numbers game for the big players. You join and you figure it out on your own, or you fail trying. The constant need to generate leads drives some agents to turn to apps like Zillow and Trulia. But both companies, as we know, were originally aimed at making us the new travel agents, that is to say, rare or extinct. What's their business model? Well, they generate leads from our listings and then sell them back to us. Nonetheless, because we all need a leg up, many of us do turn to them. But we do so grudgingly because we know that these apps began with the idea that our work was disposable, and they hoped that realtors could be bypassed just as easily as travel agents were by sites like Expedia and Travelocity. Now, for us, however, that hasn't been the case. For all of Silicon Valley's ambition, our profession has proved pretty difficult to get rid of. And so, most of us have formed an uneasy alliance with these tech firms, watching as they mine our data for leads and then sell our customers back to us, neatly inserting their profits into the process. Meanwhile, rating and grading sites have proliferated. They're all over the place now. There's some 12 to 13 in the real estate business alone. Why? Because we want our clients to know of our furious paddling, and we hope that by getting graded and rated, that these third-party reviews of our services will provide testimony to our hard work. Yet, none of these sites judge us against an objective standard. All of them are based on someone else's subjective opinion of us. And so, because the public has learned that these sites are subjective and, therefore, can be easily censored by the sites or gamed by clever agents who get friends and family to write good reviews, their distrust of us just continues. So, a bunch of us got to thinking about an app that would solve some of these issues, beginning with providing greater visibility for our work so consumers could truly understand what we do beneath the surface. We wanted an app that never allows us to overlook a task or miss a deadline, while always doing the right thing. That is, staying in compliance with our realtor values and the law. The app we envisioned would also keep us efficient, organized, and on task. In short, it would be a great time manager, even automating certain tasks, helping us always to do the right things automatically while staying in compliance with the maze of laws and regulations governing our real estate practice. It would be an app that would give newer agents a roadmap to best practices and tried and true wisdom. We wanted an app that didn't just keep us compliant, but one that allows us to operate at peak effectiveness all the time for our customers and for our profitability. We wanted an app that encompassed what the best agents know and from which all can learn and benefit. We wanted an app that would generate new business while becoming absolutely indispensable to our existing client base, allowing us to stand tall in their eyes. And because lead generation is such a constant need, we wanted an app that allows consumers to find us quickly and easily, and an app that allowed us to do a better job of keeping our clients when they're back in the market. In short, we need a rating and grading model that uses the standards that we realtors already live by, from NAR, from the regulators and industry best practices, all to generate a rating that cannot be gamed and cannot be manipulated. As a result, when customers are looking for the best rated agents in our area, we want fair play to be in place. We want a truly effective app that serves both our clients and us. And then we envision an app that didn't come from a Silicon Valley interloper or a Trulia Zillow organization who wouldn't care less if realtors went the way of the dinosaur, but instead came from within the realtor family, from people with interests similar to ours. And what if it were an app where you had the opportunity to become an equity owner? Well, meet Quigler. We believe this app has the potential to not just revolutionize your business, but to revolutionize this whole industry. It's an app created by realtors for realtors and their customers, all to showcase the under-the-surface work that we do. And we want it to be owned by realtors to benefit realtors, not just the tech industry. You see, we don't want to put you out of business. Instead, we want to get you more business. We want you to be an owner of your own business technology. And remember, one of the dictates of our own code of ethics is that we should all work to improve the standards of our calling. Well, that's exactly what we want to invite you to join us in doing in this video with the Quigler app. And Quigler does just that. With Quigler, we have an app that can make our clients love us because it gives them exactly what they want: transparency, constant updating, trust, accountability 24/7, all in real time. An app that articulates your value proposition so you don't have to. An app that helps us easily comply with industry best practices without weeks of schooling and courses costing hundreds and even thousands of dollars. An app that protects our commission against erosion and those horrible commissionectomies that we occasionally suffer. An app that gives new agents daily guidance based on industry-approved best practices. And therefore, it's the one app that can set high standards, generate leads, differentiate good agents, and make more money for you. That's Quigler. So, Let me just summarize. Let Quigler inform your clients all that paddling that you're doing under the surface. Second, it'll do so in real time, 24/7, updating your clients constantly. Third, it makes you compliant with industry best practices, and it makes those best practices just a click away. Let Quigler enhance your value proposition for clients by helping you to lessen the chances of those horrible commissionectomies. And fifth, let Quigler give you the answers and help you to destroy consumer complaints. Because what you're going to find in Quigler is what's going to be the soon-to-be famous Y tab. It's a veritable Wikipedia for industry-approved brokerage best practices for both you and for the consumer. The consumer can access it 24/7, as can you, and be able to understand exactly why you're doing what you're doing and what its value is. In addition, because of that, Quigler is a phenomenal time manager. It gives you the opportunity to efficiently use your time because it does so much for you, including telling the consumer exactly what you're doing, why, and when. And that means Quigler offers an independent third-party notification. It means that the consumer is educated, informed, and is trained by Quigler so that you don't have to perform that function. It's like having a personal publicist every single day. Quigler makes you look good every day. And that means Quigler will generate leads. It generates leads because it's the place where consumers are going to go to find agents who want to abide by industry best practices, who want to solve the consumer's biggest complaint about communication. Hey, is there anyone watching who doesn't want communication and updating from their service provider? I know I do. And Quigler has universal appeal. What Quigler provides is what every buyer, every seller wants from us. It's what all of us want whenever we hire a service provider, isn't it? We want to know what they're doing, how long it's going to take, where we are in the process. Quigler provides that universal appeal. And then leads to team growth. Whether you're a solo practitioner who wants to just increase your business, or whether you're a small team who wants to grow to a larger one, or a small company that wants to get bigger, or a big company who wants to be the biggest, Quigler is going to help you grow your team. With all these benefits, Quigler is the one app that gives you that advantage to win more business. It sets you apart, puts you on the consumer side, it saves your time, and it makes you more money. In short, Quigler tells your client what you're doing, when you do it, and why it's important, making good agents look even better, and lets newer agents start with a high standard. In sum, Quigler holds the potential for you to revolutionize consumer-agent interaction, change how consumers find you, give your client undreamed of transparency, allows you to update consumers on an unprecedented scale, and it allows you to be credited by your clients with demystifying that opaque and tangled real estate transaction process. In short, it simplifies the process for both you and your clients. So, what does all this cost? Well, the base fee is $19 a month, and what that does is it gives you access to all the steps and all the actions. It gives you a grade on the transaction with a consumer. But we've also got lots of upgrades that will truly enhance your entire Quigler experience. First, we've got the update letter. This is a letter that Quigler does for you every 2 weeks. You've probably agonized about update letters, gathering lots of information, trying to sit at your word processor and give your client an update on everything that's gone on. Well, that's history. Quigler does it now for you. It gives you a listing in the agent directory too, and that's the place that you want to be. It's a place where consumers are going to come and search for Quigler agents who have a grade and who are willing to be compliant. And when they find you, you want the third upgrade, which would be an enhanced profile. That's a profile with lots more photos, lots more information about you, including videos, and it provides a direct link from Quigler's consumer traffic to your website. The cost of all this is $76 a month. It works out to $912 a year. But for those who want Quigler and all the upgrades, we've bundled all of them into a yearly price of just $599, or about $49 a month. But today, there's an even better opportunity for what we call our early adopter founding agents. You see, what we've done is designated a fixed, limited number of founding agents at launch for the 1,000 most populated cities in the U.S. and the 100 most affluent towns and enclaves. Whoever fills those founding agent slots gets an even better deal. What's that better deal? Well, it's 50% off our yearly already discounted rate, and that means that early adopter founding agents who buy on this video pay only $298. But remember, this is only for those early adopters who take those limited first slots. Now, let's just ask, why are we doing this? Well, first, we believe Quigler could become a multi-billion-dollar business, just like Zillow. Why? Because if only 10% of US, Canadian, and Mexican agents subscribe, well, that's about 150,000 agents out of almost 1.5 million licensees. And what could that generate? Well, it could generate over $90 million a year of annual income, and that easily makes us a company that's worth in the billions. But on the other hand, we think those numbers could all rise because 20% of the U.S. industry alone are new agents yearly, and that could add 200,000 agents to the subscriber rolls of Quigler because you'd have to be brain dead if you were an agent not to spend $19 a month to be able to get all the advantages that Quigler gives a new agent. So, armed with those sorts of financial statistics, we started going to VC firms to raise funds, to grow, and to expand. But then we asked ourselves, why give the VC tech firms the ground floor deal? Why not go directly to our agent customers and give them a great deal instead? A deal, by the way, that we've structured that you won't be able to refuse. After all, there are at least 1.5 million potential agent customers for Quigler in the US, Canada, and Mexico, and we only need a few thousand early adopters. So by going to you, our customers, instead of VC firms, we appeal to early adopter agents who like being founded. We raise some additional capital for pre-sales. We generate leads for our early adopters right from launch. And we give our first agent customers a fantastic deal and a ground floor opportunity in Quigler. So here's what we did. We took those early adopter slots, we allocated them all around the major cities that we want to cover at launch. And because you are in one of those major cities, you have been invited to this opportunity. Now, just to review the opportunity again. You buy a 1-year discounted membership for $298, that's a $599 value, and you become an early adopter founding agent. You also get a free option to renew for a second year at the same $298 price. You get a title. You title yourself founding agent for life. And that means, fourth, you are able to differentiate yourself from the crowd and to be a leader in setting high standards for others in your market. And fifth, you get all of Quigler's upgrades, including the automated update letter to clients, the enhanced profile with video, a direct link from Quigler's consumer traffic to your website, and our enhanced profile with priority placement in Quigler search results so consumers find you first. But in the end, here may be the very best opportunity of all. While we've been programming the app, the Securities and Exchange Commission has changed the crowdfunding laws in the U.S.
In fact, if you want to be not just an early adopter founding agent, but also own a piece of what we think could become a billion-dollar app, you can purchase a 4-year membership right now for just $1,000. When the new rules take effect in mid-2016, you can convert your 4-year membership into $1,000 of equity in Quigler and keep your 4-year membership as a free owner benefit. What we will do is take your credit card now for either the 1-year $298 membership or the 4-year $1,000 membership, but we won't charge your card for either until we launch in your state.
And we'll give you 7 days notice before we launch. You then have the option to approve the purchase that you're making today or cancel and pay nothing, eliminating any risk to you in being an early adopter. So, are you interested? Here's what happens next. First, you check to see if there are early adopter founding agent slots available in your area. Then, second, click the Join Us button and authorize a charge for either $298 or $1,000. We will then notify you 7 days before we launch in your state, and then you tell us if it's okay to make the charge. In the meantime, we'll be sending you updates on the app. You'll be a true insider, learning how it works, testing its features, providing us valuable feedback. As a founding agent, you'll get the beta version and be able to see everything before anyone else, and you'll be the first to get the final version in your state and receive early training on how to use it and benefit from it. As a founding agent, you can be the first in your area to unveil it to buyers and sellers and welcome them to using this very consumer-friendly app, and thus generate more business for you that could be worth hundreds or thousands of times more than your subscription, providing you a super high return on your investment. And if you choose the $1,000 3-year subscription, in a few months, when the SEC rules go into effect, you'll be among the first to be invited to convert your $1,000 membership into stock in Quigler. And even if you're a $298 member, you'll still be among the first to be able to purchase equity in Quigler under the new rules, obviously for an additional amount. Now, isn't that nice to hear, especially from a tech firm? A tech firm that isn't taking your listings and selling back your leads? One where, as a realtor, you can get in on the ground floor and become an equity owner? One that generates leads for you, does your update letters for you, directs its consumer traffic to you, and puts you on the side of the consumer? So it's easier for you to always win? If you agree with me that this is a great opportunity for everybody who is a realtor and everybody in the real estate business, and so if this opportunity interests you, click now on the Join Us button below to see if there are any early adopter founding agent slots available in your area. Come join us. We welcome you to join the Quigler family.